What's your first name?
It's Lawrence.
Oh, okay. I wanted to make sure. I was like, oh, did I say?
Here we are.
you
We
go.
are live. We are here for post-credit scenes with London Brown. Now, what you about to say?
Man, I'm just glad that we went over the line between love and hate because you pointed out some. That's why. Now, here's a confession.
Yeah.
I've never gone to the movies by myself before.
What?
Oh no.
Like I've never sat in the movie theater by myself. And I know, shout out to BT Kingsley. Because he goes, and I got a couple friends who go to the movie by themselves.
Yeah.
But I'm into this.
Yeah.
The movies.
Yeah.
Which is I like
Yeah.
the conversation. Let's
Yeah.
really chop up the different angles.
Yeah.
I think we all agree going to the movies with people is better.
Right?
Right? No, CG like maybe by yourself.
I've
No, it
never gone.
depends.
That's what I'm saying. I
gotta
like
go.
hearing.
No, I've done it, and I enjoy going to movies by myself too. Especially it depends on the movie though. There's some movies I rather go to with people, and there are others that I'm like I'm just gonna go watch that on my own because like maybe they want to see it, maybe they don't.
When you guys that go, when do you, what time of the day works for you?
Oh, first and foremost, you want to go during that afternoon.
Yeah, 100%.
When it's empty.
Nice
Nice and light.
And bullshit.
Yeah, and might as well go matinee, right?
I'll do matinee, but also when it comes to like going to the movies with myself, I will see certain movies where I'm like, I'd rather see this with Tangerine. You know what I mean? But there are some movies where I'm like, I know she's not even gonna be into it,
Right.
And I'm like, I just want to zone out and like escape.
So do you tell her? You tell them I'm gonna go see this, and she say okay.
Yeah,
But, like,
a lot of times I'll be like, yo, or she'll even ask me, she'll be like, yo, do you have any interest to see in this movie? I'm like, no, and then she might go, and I'll do the same thing on my end.
I don't know. I gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm into this conversation.
Go.
Oh yeah.
I guess I gotta go to the movie by myself.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends go. I've never gone to the movies and just
you'll
sat by
love it.
myself.
You'll love it. Ain't nothing
Wow.
like it. Imagine going to the movies, and you're not a cheap dude or anything. None of us are.
Yeah.
But imagine going to the movies and you just gotta buy one drink.
Yeah.
You just gotta buy one piece.
Or
of
you never have to pass popcorn.
Man.
Yeah.
And you ain't never
got
gotta see your favorite part, and somebody be like, "What's this?" You're like, "You just
Right. Yeah.
So give me this, man. First of all, thank you for choosing that movie. I have not seen that movie in a very long time,
Me neither.
and to see it through this lens was crazy. It was like, damn, this movie was so big. Speaking of, damn, this is so big. Your career,
Right.
man. So I want to go back to, of course, the Fuse show, which is what kicked it all off for you. The Fuse joint was one of those things where, as comedians, Lawrence, a lot of us were in this like small community, right? So it's like when one of us gets something, you like, yeah, man, my guy working, man,
Absolutely.
that's great. And it was one of those things where, because I had met London, I met rough around the edges London, where you were still teaching school, you were teaching dance, but this is an LA brother,
Right.
and he was at the comedy club, and he's just like, hey, what's up, man? Yeah, I seen you perform before. You real good, man. I like seeing what you do. I was like, thanks, man. But it was I'm LA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, cool. And then once he began doing comedy, London was just so ahead of his time, bro. Like, there are people who do impressions.
Yeah.
There are people who do stuff like, oh man, I can do Sammy Davis Jr. or whatever.
Right.
London Brown embodies,
Yeah.
and he was doing people that weren't being done. You
Yeah.
did Paul Mooney.
Yeah.
To this day, you're the only person I've ever seen do Paul Mooney, and continuously on. But from that, Ballers happens. Now, this is a question I've never asked you.
Okay.
When Ballers happens for you, walk me through getting the job and walk me through how you felt throughout this process getting the set.
Excuse me. Thanks, man, for having me. I appreciate it. It's the first thing. And I met some real quick game. Clayton gave me. We was in Inglewood, a block east of Market Street. I got this photo, but the game that night that sticks with me that I still share, which is he's like, man, and I whatever OG gave it to him, he gave it to me, which was, you know, you just lock in on your 7 minutes. If you can do your 7 minutes, have a tight 7 minute set, you can work. So thank you, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Man, always, bro.
There it is.
So the process. So at that time, before podcast was podcasting, me, Nika Simone, Skills Hudson, Andrea,
Mm-hmm.
we was doing the podcast thing across the street from the Common Union.
Yep.
And at the time I was still working I was choreographing this musical of some sort. And so I was in the clubs. My voice was hoarse, so I wasn't sleeping as much. Trying to teach this stuff and all this. Anyway, I get a call from Chris Spencer. This was on Thursday afternoon around 4. I'm just laying on I'm in my mom's house, in my brother's room, on his floor, burnt out. I'm just sitting there.
Yeah.
Because I ain't got no place yet. I'm just sitting in
Man.
this space. And then Chris Spencer calls and said, "Hey man, have you auditioned for Ballers?" I said, "No." He said, "Well, what are they looking for you? Can I give me your number?" I forgot however the link was through Chris. They knew Chris. I know. So I basically had auditioned the following day. My voice was hoarse because I hadn't been sleeping. I've been teaching and so forth. And I go in, I do the audition. My voice was so disrupted. I told him, I said, "Man, if you can't understand me, man, let me rest and come back tomorrow and do it." They said no. So I basically did I did the audition, but I came real thespian-esque.
Oh,
Okay.
And I was like, whatever the lines was on something like, "Yo, if you can't pay my friend the money for the thing for his if you can pay my boy the money and he can sign up for your team," whatever the line was. I was too serious. They said, "Hey, we need you. It's a comedy. We need you kind of lighten it up." And that's when I kind of came with the snarky sarcasm. And then after that, I did about 7 auditions. This is a quick story. I did about 7 auditions. It got quiet for 2 months. I'm still teaching in the after school program. One night I'm in the gym. They called and they said, "Hey, we would like to offer you this part. Do you have any obligations? You married anything?" I was like, "Nah, I just got a couple hats." And
I got a couple hats. That's it.
That's it, man. I had some baseball caps. And they said, "Okay, we'd like to make you lead on the show." And that was all God, man.
That's amazing.
God is so faithful, man.
I'm gonna give you another piece of a flower. So that's season 1. Season 2, you've always been in great shape. Season 2, you came back with muscles. I said, "Hey, yo, oh, my guy's trying to graduate." The gym video started. He's like, "All right, yes, what you want to do?" And I'm like, "Yo, this is what you want to see." Because you watch a lot of shows and people come in season 1, they either skinny or they fat. And then season 2, they either do one of 2 things. They get fatter or they get that muscle. So you were like, "I'm choosing muscle."
Let me
because,
see what happened. This is what happened.
Yeah.
Season 1, shout out to Tiffany. Tiffany is the wardrobe person. And I remember this, again, just a quick version. Tiffany just was like, they're picking out the wardrobe and stuff. And I remember being on set one day and or doing the fitting, and she just threw a shirt at me, tank top. "Here, you gonna throw that on red with the sweats?" And I said, "Who's this for?"
Right.
She said, "Well, you gonna wear that because you and Dwayne,
Right.
Dwayne Johnson's gonna do a thing like this." And I said,
Right.
I was gonna look like a hanger.
Right. I'm not gonna stand next to The Rock wearing this.
This tank top looked like a blouse. I was like, I'm not about to. So because of that, I was like, man, I can't. I don't want to be, because this thing about on camera, it's there.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not trying to be Tyrese. I'm not trying to be Dwayne Johnson.
Right.
Shout out to Tyrese and Dwayne Johnson. But I'm not trying to be Arnold Schwarzenegger either.
Right.
But it's on camera.
Yeah.
So when she threw the tank top at me real quick, like, "Put that on," it's like, nah, not this season. I'm not finna do this.
This season.
So shout out to my boy Thaddeus Pugh. And he was, at the time, he was standing for Dwayne Johnson. But I just made a very conscious decision going into season 2. I was like, man, let me get it together, because you realize, you got to figure out what your career gonna do.
Yeah.
And again, when you start, okay, let me give you an example. Michael B. Jordan. Shout out to Michael B. Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
He's He's blazing trails.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I know for people like me that's gonna follow in that because he's already doing some producing things and some young things, and Damson Idris and a lot of young cats. Ladies was like, yeah, Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, that's Michael B. Jordan. He's one of the names. Jonathan Majors, a couple cats.
Yeah.
But when he got fit, for them creeds, and
Black Panther.
Yeah.
That's what
I remember being in the trailer for, I think it was it might have been Raising Kanan, or I think it was Raising Kanan or Ballers, one of the two. I remember there was like a picture, for whatever reason, his picture was in the trailer. And I remember how the ooze changed when his picture was up there. Ooh, Michael B. Jordan. It got grown.
Right.
It was different. Just like when Will Smith was the Fresh Prince.
Right.
But when he started sizing up and shaping up, and you think about I Am Legend, different things. That shirt off thing. It's different. And so that's some of the stuff that I was kind of thinking about, which is not about women,
Right.
but the brand and what makes you that leading guy,
Right.
some of that stuff. Because again, even with Will Smith, even with Bad Boys, the first Bad Boys, we're looking at two young, funny guys.
Right.
But as you start to watch the season, or the trilogies of that, we start noticing they start putting Will in them suits. Got a little different. You start getting in the so those are some of the things I think about. So to that, which is, I was like, man, let me do a couple push-ups.
That's real.
Because again, you think, what do you want to, again, it creates another lane for you.
Right.
When you start to,
Right.
I'll give you this, because a lot of people don't even realize this, because Will Smith's body transformation was so abrupt after Bad Boys. He was in Made in America with Whoopi Goldberg. He was chunky. You did not see no tank tops, no shirts, nothing like that. It was very baggy clothes. And when he got to Bad Boys, he was fit. And from that point forward, it was a lot more slim fit clothes. So you're absolutely right.
Oh, even when we think about Martin and Boomerang, and he talks about when Martin talks about how Eddie didn't. Well, Martin's claim is that Eddie didn't want Martin to upstage him, and so Martin was talking about how he put on a little weight for a Boomerang. But anyway, all this to say that just trying to figure out what the brand is of of that stuff helps. I don't know. It depends on what you're trying to do, man.
That's a great piece of advice, and I'm gonna start tomorrow. Why not?
There it is.
So, because I'm not doing it today. I ain't ate yet. What can we expect? No, I don't even want to know, because I'm such a fan of yours, and I know you do shows, and they be like, so tell us, Uncle Marvin, and next season. I don't want to know anything. All I want to know is what you want the people to know is coming up for you that you can share.
You know what? Excuse me. Generally, a lot of people don't know I do stand up.
Right. So
my whole thing lately has just been really working the clubs and trying to get around, just let people know, like, hey, there's this other side of me.
Yeah.
That I want people to enjoy. But as far as the show, without saying anything, we arced. It was important for me to arc Marvin. It was important for me to let the writers know what I could do so that they can continue to write. So I'll say that my small piece of advice, humbly, is that if you get a chance to be on a show, a series, something like that, where you can kind of get some time on it, pull out your tricks, pull your tricks out the bag so that the writers will know. Because if they like it, they'll write for you. And because sometimes these writers don't know necessarily all of what to write. They write what was told.
Yeah.
But as actors, it's up to us to say, listen, I know you saw me do this, but guess what? I'm funny, I'm emotional, I'm this and that. I can whatever you got in your bag. That was my whole goal with season 1, is to just reveal these sides of me. And I think once the writers knew that I could tackle the work, they started to write. They started to write towards that, and then and then all the stuff that I was able to improvise within that, with integrity of the writing.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything they wouldn't allow me to do.
Mhm.
Shout out to Sasha Penn, the showrunner of the show, who was gracious enough to say, "Hey, man, go ahead and we're gonna give you some space, to do what you do." But I made sure to all the writers because they was really cool. I could tell they just started writing for me after they knew that I could handle the monologues and different things.
Mm-hmm.
So my small advice to actors is, hey man, just let them see what you can do, because the writers, because it makes them look good too.
Yes.
That you can bring. It's nice when the writers able to, as actors, if we're able to bring out the stuff that's in that script, and the writers are like, man, thank you for bringing my stuff to life. I'm like, please challenge me and let me show that other side, give you the comedic stuff. So going into this new season, I think people are going to see another more in-depth side of Marvin.
Woo.
Where people feel like, because even I think that the first kind of scene, the first scene, I felt like people felt like, oh man, Marvin's just eating, he's irresponsible. Even with the eating thing, people ask, well, why is he always eating? And just to break that down on this platform is basically, I just want to find a way to keep Marvin interesting when he wasn't speaking.
I love it.
So it's just another layer of what we call in theater, just busy work.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, when Marvin's not talking, how can he be interesting? Because a lot of times with people, jukebox scene, you got Omar Epps, his resume. Joy, he got a rap career, he following, and a lot of people got a lot of strong actors, a lot of moving parts. I just didn't want to get lost in the sauce of all the action. So for me, I was just like, man, I just wanted to find a way to keep Marvin interesting, and I created that. But but as people continue to watch the show this next season, in depthly, people are going to feel emotionally like, man, you're going to really feel Marvin emotionally going into this next season, if there's a next season.
Man, I love your style. I'm not even gonna let you say anymore because I shan't be spoiled. I shan't. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching another episode. Appreciate you. I will see you guys next week.